How about this one, right? Benny, can you Google for me frisbee golf multi-million contract? Okay, because this happened and this blew my mind, right? So once Benny finds the data,
we need a thing for Benny. We need a, like Rogan's got Jamie pull that up. We need
young Benny.
We need like Benny.
No. Right.
Yeah. Right,
Pro disc golfer Paul Macbeth.
Is that what his name is? Paul Macbeth.
Okay, so do you know the answer to this?
No, I can't remember.
Okay, so give me some guesses. What do you reckon frisbee golf? What do you reckon a contract would be? How much?
All I remember, it was ludicrous money. It was insane.
Oh, it's definitely ludicrous. Give me some answers. What do you reckon?
Frisbee
Is it
golf,
for a year or what?
I think
for
so.
A year, yeah.
Richest deal in sports history, apparently. It's absolutely mental.
Is it sport?
Who knows? It's a 10-year deal. Okay, it's a 10-year deal. What do you reckon?
No.
It's frisbee. He's got. It's frisbee though.
I'm gonna go in
You
there
can't
with
get.
5 million. What currency are we in?
We're in dollars.
We're in dollars.
Yeah.
$5 million.
Okay, 5 million max.
All that's worth.
I don't
For
even want to
frisbee golf.
Higher or lower?
I'm gonna go lower because it's not right if it's higher.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 3.
3 mil. Okay.
I'm gonna go higher because I kind of know it's higher. I can't remember, but I know.
So this guy was the #1 disc golfer in the world, and he signed a $10 million contract.
$10 million.
$10 million.
Right.
For 10
now
years.
here's where it gets interesting, right? Because I feel like a measure. Social media isn't everything, and it's quite often just bullshit. But I've just looked up Paul Macbeth, and he's got 186,000 followers.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Now he's got 186,000 followers, and
so you guys are similar, Max and Ols, which means that
Rude Boy's chucking plates.
Yeah.
And he's
making my 10 million.
Dude, that is mind blowing. I didn't even realise he wasn't even as big as I thought he was.
Do you think there has been a? I think I know of one, but do you think there has been a multi-million-dollar deal signed in mountain biking across all sport, like all aspects of mountain biking?
As in like one deal.
Yeah, because I feel like Gwyn's deal that time was $1 million.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he was open about it, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, but there hasn't been a multi-million.
Do you know,
like all deals combined or just one deal?
Just one deal. Because that's one deal from the frisbee guy. And who was it who paid him that?
Paper plate company. It was a paper plate company. They do party plates. He's just out there, that's all he's doing. He's chucking away his career. Like, there's no way he'll be able to play competitively, but he's just doing a big paper plate advert. So he's got 10 years of just, fuck.
Just throwing plates into the wind.
Homie's pissing in the wind. But he's probably got a nice car.
Dude, no doubt.
Do you think the man throws a frisbee? Do you think he's got a nice car?
I've never heard of it. Frisbee golf, I don't think. I've never... Was it frisbee golf or frisbee soccer? Yeah, frisbee golf. I've never heard of it. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Do you know how they score? It's like it's like a metal chain net, basically. Yeah. And you just got to launch the thing between the trees into a metal chain net.
That can't be that hard. I'm sure I was good at frisbee when I was a kid on the beach. I'm sure I was decent at it.
Go on, give it a whirl.
He's got purple. He's got a bright purple 4Runner as his car. I was kind of thinking that's Lamborghini money. But
if you show up in a like Lamborghini and people ask you what you do and you say I play frisbee golf, people will just laugh at you.
Hey, to be fair, it's a fucking good sport to have a sports car because you can fit your equipment in one of those little tiny boots. Super easy.
Dude, you're so right. You're so right.
Yeah.
Imagine just like, yo, what do you do for a living? Imagine if that guy on TikTok comes up. What do you do for a living? I play frisbee golf. But you have a Lambo.
It's one unfuckable sport, isn't it? It's fairly unfuckable, I'd say. I don't know.
What, you mean you don't get laid if you do it?
I don't think chicks are like, ooh, please tell me more. You know, it's frisbee, dude. You know, played it with your dad at the nudist beach.
Do you think when he goes training, he takes loads of frisbees in a bag, or just like one frisbee?
I don't.
Yeah,
Benny,
no,
honestly, I
they
don't
have
know.
like all different ones.
He's got a
They have
stack
the
of frisbee.
Yeah,
The
they have.
barrier to entry is small, though, isn't it? It's £1 for a frisbee, basically. I mean, you can literally start the sport on about £2.
Yeah, so how is there that much money in it? That's what I mean. Like, where is the margin? What if it's £2? Then that means £1.50 of it is. How many frisbees must he sell to get 10 million bucks? So what was it again, Benny? It was 10 million over
10 million
5
over
years.
Over 10 years.
Oh,
10
a million,
years.
a million a year. 10
But
years.
even a 10-year contract, who signs a 10-year sports contract for throwing frisbee?
That guy, that guy in the purple form.
Wow. Interesting.
A million
I
a
wonder
year.
That is truly mind-blowing.
Right, how much is a frisbee? Let's work this out. Davey, you're a numbers guy. Let's work this out. How much is a frisbee?
Ollie, let's just stop that there. I'm not a numbers guy. Do
How
not
many
do that.
frisbees? Right, generally, okay. I got told this. So by someone, I can't remember who. So in general, if you're talking like a clothing deal in biking, you're meant to, if you include all of the product that you get and all of the money you get, you should be looking at the very least 8 times that in profit as an athlete. This is a really stupid measure because it's so. I mean,
What do you mean? Like you generate that amount? Like the return on
I can't
investment
remember
is
who
8
it
times.
was, but they said to me, "This is your baseline thing on a low end support, on like the lowest end of someone's like the bottom,
Okay.
the bare minimum for you to be involved in any kind of endorsement with anyone.
They-
you know, whether
they
it's
want
like a
an
local
8
race team
times
or it's like
ROI.
right, 8 times
That makes
ROI.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
So
so-
they basically want to sell $80 million worth
That's what I mean. Yeah, like
of
how
frisbees.
You can buy 12 multicoloured frisbee flying disc for $12.99 from Amazon.
Yeah, they're £1
the way.
each.
Yeah,
Are
so
they- yeah,
you
but
know,
that's not the company that Paul uses. Paul uses that good shit.
that good
different-
shit. That
I
good
wonder how
shit.
much. Okay, Benny. Okay. So how much is a frisbee golf frisbee?
Yeah,
There's
frisbee
gotta be a
golf,
frisbee
It's
golf
got to be
store.
specific, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe you do
There
need some
is.
specific trainers.
I
like
bet you need
football
different
boots.
weights. I bet you need different weights for different distances.
Yeah, there is.
Disc
There is.
I told
golf.
you, there's like,
Max, do you know
they
more
have
about this
driver
than-
discs.
Really?
I
Yeah.
think-
Yeah, they have like they call them drivers. They call them like they have them in numbers, the same as golf, but they just do it with their frisbees, and they look like complete. Yeah.
So where it lands, you're allowed to swap it out for your sand frisbee, for your bunker.
Yeah.
Or your.
Yeah. For the sand.
Oh my.
Sand frisbee.
Yeah.
Sand
Right, okay.
frisbee.
Disc golf starter set with carrier bag, come with disc golf driver, mid-range
Carry it back.
and a putter. $29.99.
How much?
$29.99.
It's not even expensive.
No, it's not even-
I was hoping it was going to be so much money for 10 milli, dude.
Apparently not.
Wow,
They've
that's a lot.
got to shift some serious product, whoever that company is. Unless it's not a frisbee company that sponsored him. Maybe it's Rolex, because that's prime real estate there. on the
It's true,
wrist.
we don't know. I mean,
That's prime real estate.
homie's purple Forerunner would suggest he's not getting all the money they promised, but maybe I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
It's like someone's gone, how can we make the frisbee guy more on the phone? Purple car! Right, that's mean. I'm sure he's incredible, and it's a massive sport that I know nothing about, and I would suck at it.
Yeah. All right, you're right.
You know, I just remember this bit of information sticking out like, wow. So I'm just talking from jealousy perspective, and
So
I
he was
apologise
signed
for my
with-
actions.
Discraft is who signed him.
Discraft.
What do they do?
So just as a bit of a pin in this as well, Tiger Woods makes $60 million a year from endorsements.
Bloody hell.
I mean,
so and that is monsters in that.
And then from playing as well. God, holy
it's insane.
shit.
It's different level, bro. Different level.
Yeah.
I've just searched up Discraft's turnover. Their turnover is 4.6 million a year. So they're dumping a quarter of their money into this bloke every year.
It's so much money though that I didn't realise existed.
Wow.
He must be the MJ though. He must be the guy. You know what I mean?
Well,
he must be knocking out he must be doing hole in ones on the regs.
I think he won 139 of the events in 2019. So he's doing something right.
I wonder if there's many people there though. I bet there's only him and maybe like one little girl or something like that who fancied a go. Who was just walking past.
Yeah, it's so
and
interesting,
Ollie's naked
isn't it?
dad.
It's just a world you don't know about. Like we stay in our lane. We talk within people that know about biking.
Yeah.
Like if you went on there's probably a frisbee golf podcast with way more people that listen and I don't know. It's just so fascinating, isn't it? Finding a whole new world. I try and make a joke about it, but it's can't knock it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
There's a frisbee golf playlist on Spotify.
Of course there is. I bet it's boring as sin. I bet it's awful. I bet it's you spin.
Oh no, there's
round, baby, right.
There's a frisbee golf podcast.
There's got to be a lot of I reckon steroids would be rife in the frisbee golf world.
Just
What's
such
in baseball?
one arm.
Changed the
Jack's
game,
arm.
didn't it? In baseball, steroids. The introduction of steroids was just
To be fair, when I, played frisbee on the beach, I don't think I could drive it 200 yards.
No, fuck.
I used to struggle getting it to my dad.
I remember
You didn't have the right disc. You didn't have the driver disc. That's why.
That's true. That's
That's
fair. Yeah. That's true. It's true. Those one-stop ones don't work as good, do they?
I tell you what's going on in my life. I tell you what's happened since last episode. We've got shut down by the disc golf community. I've had a week.
You angered a whole sport, bro. You went in hard on a whole sport full of people.
I've had a week of hatred from the disc golf community. Do you know how bitch it is? I'm calling it disc golf because I learnt that it's not called frisbee. That was one of their biggest things. Someone tell them it's called disc golf. Yeah, we got shut down hard.
We got some hate, man. We got some hate. We got some hate from the community, but it turns out the actual person we were talking to is a hero.
And also huge mic drop and shutdown from him.
Massive. Too. I'm gonna ask Benny to put I'm sure it'll be okay to put the DM up here.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah,
so
you would think it would be fine after me mocking him for having a purple Forerunner, an old one. All it was the pants didn't match the bra. You hear the guy's got a 10 milli contract, and then he's just posting the purple car. So I just thought, well, maybe that's what I was really commenting on. Is maybe it's not so. That's what the comment was about.
Yeah,
but
it turns out the boy is balling. The boy is balling. So he then sends a DM, which just says, "These are my toys. The purple one is my wife's. One is I think it's a Hellcat.
Yeah,
Dodge Hellcat,
and he's got
the other one is a McLaren, and he just sent that. These are my toys. Mic drop. But then again, we can get into this another time, hopefully with him. Who knows?
What a guy.
But it turns out he's a really nice guy, super humble. Some of the disc golf community were quite nice.
Most
the
of
other
them
80%, the other 85% really.
But I absolutely deserved it. But I think in our defence, I think the angle that we were coming from was about how we got there was contest money, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it is interesting to find out sports like darts have that high level of contest money, and then you get $3,000 from winning a World Cup downhill. So that's really where we were coming from. So I agree we should have got the shit that we got, but we had an angle. We're coming from our sport, which is equally as pointless.
Totally. And I really hope that if something like this on a disc golf podcast happened and they were like, oh, this mountain biker, blah, 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 I hope that the mountain bike community is as supportive as the disc golf community are to us. In a way of like, they took it was funny, but also
but this is
so many brands reached out and offered to send discs.
This is why I stand by it, that there simply aren't those contracts being dished out and there isn't that news story.
Yeah.
So I still stand by what why it came up.
Yeah,
There's no £10 million mountain bike story. There isn't.
No, there's not. It's
There's none of really even that surprising. They're like, the fastest guy in the world makes $1 million. Is that what it was? Was winning on $1 million?
I think. He was public about that £1 million deal, wasn't he? $1 million deal, dude. $1 million deal, 50% probably of it as well. Yeah. It's not great, but like, I guess if you sat with a disc golf person and said, right, okay, so this is how many mountain bikes sell around the world a year from this particular brand. So this is roughly what they make. Every bike's £7,000. Most bikes £7,000, £6,000-7,000. This is how many they sell. This is how much the athlete gets paid. They'd be like, huh?
Yeah. I think
Are you sure?
I think what we did is we picked on the greatest of all time.
That's very true, actually.
Yeah.
That's very true. That is very true. So,
sorry.
Disc golf community, there's a bunch of new followers if you're watching.
Yeah.
Who's the second highest paid guy?
Yeah, there you go.
Or who's the UK person?
And all respect, we've called it disc golf. I only said frisbee in jest, and it was before I was educated. Now I'm educated, and now I know.
They didn't like it.
No, they didn't like it, and I understand why. And I'm sorry that you didn't like it. But also, we're going to try disc golfing.
100%. Yeah, keen. Really keen. I'm already frothing for it. I think we've got we're having some discs sent to us. So this episode is brought to you by Disc. What was it called? I can't remember his sponsor. I was looking for it.
I don't know, man. Hey, do you know what I thought? I just thought was funny. Like a lot of internet hate's like internet hate. It's not like real life hate that you meet in the streets, like the dudes in the golf. A disc golfer in an altercation. What are we going to do as mountain bikers? We've got nothing about mountain biking means you're good at fighting. A disc golfer would dish out the hardest backhand. Can you imagine the hardest dry slap of a backhand? And for that reason, they deserve respect. And I take back the things I said about disc golf.
I did watch a few videos of the boy Paul, and he can throw a plate pretty far.
What am I going to do?
He'd be mean in a food fight. He'd fuck some people up in a food fight.
What are we going to do? Lie down on our backs and pedal kick? You know? Or like,
yeah, we're all injured. At least Paul's just doing that for a living.
Yeah,
like riding stuff, like things get broken.
There's nothing.
Although
useful
I bet a disc
in combat
if it
from a
came
bike.
at you and like went across your neck, I reckon it could probably, because they look really thin, the actual proper ones.
Yeah.
They're like real flat, like discs. So we got some hate.
Rightly so, and I enjoyed it. And thanks for joining in, disc golf people.